Ruri meets Arato Nagi, a geology.
She's the one I was talking
knows
about.
what she's doing.
Holy mommy. Another day, another reaction. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jinyo, and today we're gonna take a look at Dwieperview's most underrated anime of summer 2025.
This anime season is packed with heavy hitters. My Dress-Up Darling, Dan Da Dan, The Fragrant
Dan Da
Flower
Dan,
Blooms with
hands down the
Dignity,
best anime of
and
2025.
So many more. But the show I want
What
to
is the
talk about
vending
today
machine
isn't the
isekai
flashiest
doing
or the
there?
most hyped. In fact, you might not have even heard of it. And yet, out of all those incredible titles this season, this is the only one I picked up. Well, this one and another show we don't talk about.
Wait, is that the girl-on-girl harem?
So what's this
Nice.
hidden gem or rock? If you know what I mean. It's about a girl named Ruri, and she rocks. That's right, Ruri the Rock. Ruri Rocks is about a high school girl.
Oh, I remember
with a
this
love for
one from the
jewelry and
Gigag list.
accessories.
It's
day,
the one with the
Tanigawa
mommy
spots a
and
quartz necklace
the big
at the mall
hips,
and
if you know what I
instantly
mean.
falls in love with it. When her mom refuses to give her an advance on her allowance, Ruri learns something surprising. The same crystals can actually be found nearby. So what does she do? She grabs her bag and heads for the mountains on a treasure hunt. However, reality hits fast. It's way harder.
If
than
only
she
it would
imagined,
be
right?
so
The trail
easy.
is full of bare warning signs, and all she's finding are boring regular rocks. Just
What did
as
she
she's about to
expect?
call it quits, however, Ruri meets Arato Nagi, a geology.
She's the
graduate
one I was
who
talking
actually knows
about.
what she's doing.
Holy mommy.
You need to know about Ruri's character is that she's kind of like a magpie, you know? Very loud and obsessed with shiny things. When she learns that Nagi knows all about minerals, she begs her to help find quartz. Nagi agrees. Why? I don't know, but the two head deeper into the mountains. After some searching and a lot of complaining from Ruri, they finally stumble upon scattered pieces of quartz, but then they discover something amazing. A massive quartz vein that sparkles in every direction. That magical moment lights a fire in Ruri. She wants to learn more, collect more, and explore more.
Me too.
Seeing her enthusiasm, Nagi takes her under her wing and they head for their next
I wish she would
mission,
take me under her
hunting
wing.
for garnet. But when they go to Nagi's location, they find out that it is off limits. Ruri, in typical fashion, tries to kick the prohibited sign down, and thankfully Nagi reins her in and teaches her why some areas are protected. And also she drops a fun fact. Rocks can move. Of course, Ruri doesn't buy it until they try panning the river and actually find
Ooh, a ruby?
tiny garnet grain.
Oh,
Then
garnet.
Nagi uses her huge brain once again, and one find leads to another, and soon
Wow.
they discover.
It looks beautiful, and I don't mean the frame that I just stopped at, although that looks beautiful, but it seems like it's one of those animes that is focusing more on the environment and making sure that everything else is displayed properly. But holy cow, these proportions, man. I shouldn't be lusting so much. I'm down bad, I'm sorry.
A whole cluster of garnets upstream. By the end of the day, Ruri's hooked, I'm hooked. She goes home
Me
begging
too.
her mom for another allowance advance, this time for tools. And that's pretty much episode 1. There was nothing extravagant, just two girls hunting for crystals, learning.
I mean, episode 1 is not supposed to be super extravagant, it's supposed to set up the premise. That's why we call it the pilot, right? It's like we're flying into a new country, and what that country is all about will be explained in episode 2 and following. But episode 1 is really about setting everything up and getting those viewers safely to that new location.
A little science, finding joy in a new hobby, and getting excited in the simple things. And that's exactly what makes Ruri Rocks beautiful. What begins as a casual quest for crystals turns into an unexpected bonding moment. Nagi introduces Ruri to the fascinating world of mineralogy and teaches her how patience, science, and the right tools can reveal nature's hidden beauty. From extracting quartz from rugged veins to
It does
panning
look
rivers for
beautiful.
garnet, the duo explores mountains, rivers, and caves, all while learning the stories that rocks tell about the Earth's history. What I particularly like about Ruri Rocks is how educational and detailed everything is. You can tell the author knows their stuff when it comes to mineralogy and geology and whatever. Like the terminology, the tools, the techniques, all of it feels legit. And the best part is that
It's the same with Orb. It seems like more of these types of animes become popular where you have like a nerd in a certain topic who's then also a mangaka and uses that medium to share their love about a certain topic that they're very passionate about.
not reading like a textbook or a boring uni lecture, obviously because it's anime. Instead, the information is put into the story naturally, almost like you're learning alongside the characters, or more specifically Ruri. When Ruri gets excited about something, you get excited too. When Nagi explains how garnets move downstream because of erosion, or whatever, you feel like it actually makes sense.
Or whatever.
And the way she explains it makes a boring topic like rocks feel fascinating. So not only do you learn stuff, but it's also
Rocks are not really that boring, and I'm not saying this because we're currently watching this. The fact that diamonds, for example, are being formed under extreme pressure. The fact that we're living on a spinning rock that is rotating around a star that is so hot that if we would just move a little bit closer to it, that life on Earth wouldn't even be possible. It is very fascinating, but it's also one of those topics that I think I'll never understand truly.
really fun because it feels like a cozy adventure. Moving on to the characters, like most Iyashikei anime, they are the classic pairing, right? One lively and full of energy, the other calm and collected. Ruri brings the chaos as she's loud, excitable, and dives headfirst into everything without thinking. Nagi is her counterbalance, patient, methodical, and always ready to step in when things go off track, like when Ruri decides to kick down the sign.
I like that contrast.
This contrast is what makes their interactions so enjoyable to watch. Ruri, being the brat that she is, pushes the pace and keeps things exciting, while Nagi keeps the mood grounded and adds that slow and comforting feeling you get from Iyashikei. It's the same formula that works so well in Eurocamp with Nadeshiko and Rin. Ruri's impulsive and a little selfish, so she's flawed in a very human way, and
plus she's younger, so that adds to it as well, right? Because Nagi has more experience, therefore she can stay more calm in these types of situations.
obviously that makes her relatable. There's an episode where she has to sift through river sand looking for tiny specks of sapphire. It looks like a pain in the ass, right? She complains the whole time, and honestly so would I, but she doesn't quit. And that's what I love about her. Her enthusiasm is raw and genuine, and it's hard not to root for her. What makes Nagi compelling isn't her knowledge.
Those camera angles, it's hard not to look. I'm sorry.
On you, except in the info cards mid episodes. Instead, she mixes the explanations into the adventure so smoothly that it feels like part of the fun. When she explains something, it feels natural, like she's letting you in on her world instead of giving you a lecture.
I love how the backgrounds have this light blur.
As the story grows, each character brings something different to the table, but what ties them together is that shared obsession with the rocks. It's such a simple premise of people bonding over the same interest, but it creates something really special. This is where the found family theme hits the right places. This whole show is about finding people who understand you, who share your passion, and make you feel like you belong. And this is exactly why I think Ruri Rocks works so well as an Iyashikei anime. By watching it, it heals you by making you curious, by showing you that the world is full of tiny wonders if you take the time to look. Beauty is everywhere. You just have to slow down and pay attention. The cool thing about Iyashikei is that it isn't just one thing. It comes in different flavors, and each one heals you in its own way. If you're looking for something less educational and just pure comfort, like calm, quiet, and focused on simple pleasures, Eurocamp would be my recommendation. It's all about warmth, like warm meals, warm sleeping bags, warm friendships. If what you need is peace after a long day, this is where you should start. If you want something bittersweet, the ones that mix healing with a touch of melancholy, I recommend Somali and the Forest Spirit. Like, oh my god, this show is so good. Like, people should talk more about this show, like, it's amazing. This show gives you a sense of wonder, but also remind you that life is fleeting. So, yeah, it's just a little reminder to hold on to the people and moments that matter. And finally, you've got the adventurous and aspirational side of Iyashikei, the kind that heals you by pushing you forward. For this one, I recommend my favorite anime of all time, A Place Further Than the Universe.
I have not watched any of his recommendations, but they sound very good.
Achieve if you take that first step. It inspires you to chase something bigger, even when the odds are against you. And if you've watched everything I've recommended, then do your own research. Like, I can't do everything for you.
Another masterpiece from Dwieperview. Cannot believe how good his videos are. His voice is also very soothing and fits perfectly for these types of videos. Hopefully this video made you curious or helped you find your new comfort show. To be totally honest with you, I already have mine. So when I'm not feeling right, I have my set list of shows to watch or movies to watch. But still, this was a fantastic video. I already got curious about Ruri Rocks when we watched that Gigak video. So this is definitely on my must-watch list. I love shows that go a little bit more into detail or try to be a little bit more realistic when it comes to their topics, like with Orb, for example. I really appreciate these types of animes. This video was a fantastic essay, but it's not the first Dwieperview essay we've watched. So far, he has literally only 3 videos on his channel. We watched all of them now, and every single one of them is a freaking masterpiece. Please give my video also a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also leave some video recommendations, and we'll see each other in the next video. Okay, auf Wiedersehen, bye bye, take care.